What's good, y'all? It's Ali back at it again with another YouTube video in which I give you guys mental models you can use to become extremely successful and achieve all the goals you're fucking after. So let's go right into it. So today we're talking about tenacity. And you've maybe heard this word before, or like when someone says, hey, be tenacious, like you're like, nigga, I don't really know what that means, but I'm gonna try it. But pretty much in the way that most people understand it, it's just the ability to stay determined towards a goal or having a very strong will to never give up. Like someone will be like, you're super tenacious because you never give up. You stay persistent towards something that you're trying to achieve. But like we always do on this channel, I want to define tenacity in a way that is a bit more actionable for you in the context of you achieving your goals. And that is, or the meaning of tenacity is in this context is, you move on instantly after making a mistake. Super important. And I'm telling you, you become super cold if you master this ability. Because while other niggas, when they make mistakes, they sit there, they dwell, they're like, oh, I can't believe I fucking did this shit, whatever. They kind of sit in this horrible place where their performance is low, mindset is low. Whereas your ass, if you make a mistake and you just instantly move on after you make a mistake, you just keep going like this. Like there is no down period. It's just kind of like, oh, fuck up. Okay, go. Oh, I fucked up here. You just go. Whereas this other nigga is like, he fucks up and then he gets confidence again and he fucks up and then, which makes it so ridiculously important and why you should master this skill, because when you have this mastered, you just keep going up and up and up. And to give you guys background context of where this came from my own personal experience was back in the day when I used to play soccer, I was a striker. And in the striker position, your main goal is to score goals. That's your main role. That's why you were there, right? But this naturally brings a lot of pressure onto you because to win games, you have to score goals. So if your striker isn't scoring goals, that's a huge fucking issue. That means the whole team is running and busting their ass the whole time and they're not winning fucking games because their striker isn't scoring. So there's a lot of pressure in this position. So back in the day for me, when I'd miss opportunities, when I'd miss chances as a striker, I'm talking about like that open goal shit, bruh, where somebody would cross the ball, be in an open net and I fucking sky that shit. Or I barely miss the target and we'd lose the game, right? When that would happen to me, or not even just lose the game, this would be maybe even earlier in the game where I'd miss a sitter or miss an open chance. And I'd sit there, I'd be like, fuck. And like, I would start to get down on myself. I'd start to dwell on the fucking mistake. And naturally my performance would drop. And I'd have a whole shitty rest of the match because I fucked up. Nigga, I just missed the fucking sitter. Nigga, like, that's fucking horrible. And then even if whether my team went on to tie the game or lose the game or win the game isn't the point. It's just that the fact that my performance dropped significantly. So I was like, fuck, man, that was horrible. So I remember after one game where this happened, I went home, went on YouTube, and I was searching up like striker mental tips. And you can see how like this scales up to what I fucking do now. But like, because I was always into that how-to shit. So like striker mental tips, like how to overcome whatever. And I remember one video came up and it was like, the best strikers in the world have a short-term memory. And I was like, damn, what'd that mean though? Like, what do you mean by that? It sounds cold, but what does that mean? And essentially what that meant was the best strikers in the world are able to do what? They're able to move on instantly after making a mistake. And not just any mistake, I mean a horrible mistake, like a real fucked up mistake, like missing an open net, right? That could cost our team the game. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a short-term memory. They can make a big mistake like that and just move on. And in said video, the guy was showing clips of amazing strikers, like top strikers throughout generations, missing sitters or missing open nets. And then in the next minute, scoring a worldly or scoring an amazing goal in the next minute, the next second minute or the third minute, whatever, like minutes after whatever the massive fuck up was, scoring an amazing goal. And he was describing how like this is what separates average and below average strikers from elite strikers. Elite strikers, there is no like making a mistake for them. It's just kind of like infinite shots, infinite attempts. You just move on. You just keep shooting. You just keep shooting. You don't even give your brain time to register. You just fucked up. It's just the next moment, You're operating off impulse and instinct because you don't have time to even think. There is no dwelling. There's nothing to dwell on. So it's from that, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So that kind of like changed everything for me as a striker. And I was able to start performing really well Because obviously you're always going to make fucking mistakes. So there were still more times when I would miss open nets or I'd sky the ball or whatever. And I was just like, all right, whatever, and move on. And then I would score instantly after. And I remember there was one time where it happened, like, and this was maybe, I think, a few games after that video. And I was like, oh shit, this is cold. I'm different now. So then what ended up happening is I extrapolated this from that. I was like, now I want you guys to apply this to your own goals and your own ambitions and own path and your own path that you're on to achieve whatever goals you have, right? Because it's not even just about the mistakes. In order to achieve your goals, guys, you're going to have to make a lot of mistakes because you have to take risks. You have to take gambles. Your success is not guaranteed. So you have to take risks. You have to take gambles. You don't always know what's going to happen. You have to be able to make moves and it not go well, or you're never going to win. If you're not willing to try, how are you going to win? Understand? So if you master this skill or this ability to move on faster after you make a mistake, eventually you're going to hit the mark quicker than most niggas will. Because as I was describing before, most niggas will drop into the slump. They'll fuck up. They'll make a big mistake and then they'll go down, and it gets crazier. Because if you can move on instantly from bigger and bigger and bigger mistakes, because it's not like all mistakes are equal. You know, if you're making bigger mistakes and you're still able to move on fast, bro, this like separates you from fucking everyone instantly, right? So that actually brings us into the actionable step here, because obviously I've described a lot for you here, guys, and you're like, well, okay, Ollie, all that shit is cool, but like how though, right? Which is smart, because this is all down to behaviors. I'm not saying all this shit to you to motivate you guys or be like, hey, just listen to this and it sounds cool and it makes a lot of sense and I'm gonna just move on with my life. No, you need to be active about this to train this. So what do you do? What is the action you need to take, right? Or what does this look like from more of a trainable standpoint? Well, you actually use your goals and ambitions that you're pursuing right now to train this ability. You have to use the mistakes that you're actually about to make or you're going to make, because as I just described earlier, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fuck up. You have to use the mistakes to actively train this, right? So the step is use your mistakes to train. That's literally what it is, y'all. Super simple. You now want to actively be thinking about this, meaning it is in your head. You're like, I want to train my tenacity. I want to be more tenacious. And the way Ollie described it was you move on instantly from making your mistakes, right? So I have to be like, okay, I have my goals that I'm working towards right now. I have my ambitions that I'm working towards right now, and I'm going to make mistakes. So the next time I make a mistake, I'm going to practice moving on instantly. And naturally, guys, with every single skill, the more reps you get in, the better you get at it. So it's almost like you can go towards, and the beautiful thing about this basically is you can now go towards your goals with extreme excitement, because you're like, oh shit. Now, even though I'm normally afraid of making mistakes and I don't want to make mistakes, it actually gives me an opportunity to train this tenacity skill. Like now you're excited to make mistakes because you're like, oh, bro, let me see how fast I can really move on. Let me see how fast I can really fuck up and just bounce back the next day or the next minute or whatever you're doing. Whether it's even just you performing in a game, let's say maybe you're in sales, right? And you fucked up a sales call or fucked up a sales, or you said the wrong thing on the script or whatever. Well, boom, just go to the next call, clean it all up, act like it never even happened. Whether you're an athlete, like the example I gave personally for me that created all of this, same way. Whatever your goals are, let's say you drop a video that was shitty and everybody fucking hates it. Boom, drop a new video, cleaner than ever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, like you have to apply this to your own goals that you're working towards right now. I'd be like, whatever the mistake looks like, you're like, move on fast. You fuck up a video, next video instantly needs to come out. You fuck up a sales call, next call you immediately need to hop on when you fuck up. You miss a sitter in an open goal because you're a striker in soccer, boom, next chance. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep using all your mistakes that you're going to make as an opportunity to train this, and you will get better. I promise you will get better if you rep this out and you're actively thinking about it. I think one of the biggest things I can say about just this video and all the videos I make on my channel, this is supposed to be active. Meaning it's not like I hear this and I just don't do anything. It's I hear this and now I'm actively thinking about it. And now when these things happen in my real life, with my real goals, I train. This is a rep here. Just like you understand when you go to the gym and you're lifting the weight, I'm lifting this weight so my muscles get stronger. Now you're just lifting mental weight with real life situations, right? So use your mistakes to train. Use the mistakes you're going to make to train your speed of moving on so you can be more tenacious. So you can be like something that's always called tenacious is a fucking cockroach. Niggas always say, damn, cockroaches, bruh, them niggas is tenacious. Basically saying like you can shoot a cockroach with fucking all the raid and all the other insect, whatever, and that motherfucker just living. And that's you. That's how lethal you'll be moving when you fuck up a ton of shit and you just move on instantly. You just move on. You just next move, next move, next move. Like, damn, this nigga be doing dumb shit and then be cleaning that shit up. And then it's like, bro, he's inevitable. And that's how I want niggas to describe you, bro. But you can only get described like that if you train it with your real life situations and goals. And there's a disclaimer here, y'all. When I say mistakes, I'm not saying that you don't learn from your mistakes. I'm not saying go out here, do some dumb shit, and then just move on. The only way something becomes a mistake is if you realize you did something wrong, by the way. Like, you're not going to call something a mistake unless you know you did something wrong. So you know something is wrong here, right? You know, hey, this didn't look like how it's supposed to look like. So the next move I am making, or I'm moving on to make this look like what it's supposed to look like. That's the whole point here. That's the speed. This is about speed. This isn't, oh, what about learning from our mistakes? Ali, you just want us to just ignore the mistakes we make? I'm like, no. I want you to understand that if something is already a mistake, then you know that it doesn't look the way it's supposed to look. And there's some other way it's supposed to look. And you're supposed to make shit look like that. So you move on faster so you can make shit look like the way it's supposed to look like sooner. That's the point here. So I hope that really makes sense and that's very clear. Obviously, let me know down in the comments if you're like, Ali, I didn't fucking understand that, or I did understand all of this and you're a fucking demigod and I love you and keep cooking and being beautiful, sexy, black, and tall. Niggas is 6'5". You know how we fucking do it. I had to flex for y'all. But yeah, just let me know that, man. And of course, also too, with that being said, like and subscribe, niggas, so I can blow up my channel, so we can grow the fam, so I can become rich and famous and be better than everyone. Because who doesn't want to be better than everyone? We're men, right? We want to be fucking winners. So yeah, like and subscribe if you love this shit or you enjoy these videos. If this all made sense to you, if this was pretty simple and you can act on it, or if I can make this more actionable, whatever the fuck you niggas want to say. You know, I love all the shit, man, because I'm just going to move on fast because I'm also training my tenacity too with all the shit that I do. So yeah, you love this shit. If you didn't love this shit, let me know, whatever it is. I'm making another video tomorrow as I've been doing, or every single day, because I love to cook. And yeah, I guess with all that shit being said and all that blabbering going on, I'll catch you niggas in the next fucking video. Deuces.